Well, hi everybody. It's Mr. Ruth here again, and I believe this is part 4 of our Halloween adventure. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got. We are looking pretty darn good right now, and we're going to add a nice fence that's going to go around our. We're going to have a graveyard in the front. So let's put a fence here along this area. Okay, let's open that up. We're going to open it up separately, and we're going to get rid of all the white stuff. Here we go. Fence.jpg. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever does that mean? Okay, good. That was important, right? Okay, now this is going to be the part where you tell me, Mr. Ruth here, just pause it and just do this whole thing. But I just can't. I just like talking. Okay, so here we go. We're going to wipe out all this stuff. Let's get rid of the lock. If I hold the Alt key down and double click that, that lock goes away. Why does that come? Get out of here. And then I'm going to use my very favorite magic wand tool. And I will just click, delete, click, delete, click, delete. Look at me go. Now, I can also hold the Shift key down and watch this. I can just select, 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 and hit delete. Ah, was that easier? Maybe. Okay, here's the Shift key. I just got to be careful not to get too excited about this. Oh, wow, this is great. Okay, holding that Shift key down again. Here we go, here we go. We're having a good time now. Why are you singing? I don't know. And I can't think of anything that rhymes. Okay, so here we have our fence. Let's select it all. And let's copy and paste it. Okay, edit paste. And look at that great fence. That is just fabulous. Oh dear, maybe it should be in front of the ground. that would be a good idea. All right, so where have we placed this? It's landed here. Now, one thing I want to warn you about, when you bring a picture in, make sure it's on the left and it's not like indented. If it's indented, has a little arrow next to it, it means it's become part of a clipping layer or a clipping mask, and you don't want that. Okay, so let's bring this down maybe. No, down some more. We're getting there. Oh, no, still. Let's bring it down some more. And where did it go? I don't know. Come on, where are you? I just made it a clipping layer again. Okay, now it's not a clipping layer anymore. What is going on here? Stop being a clipping layer. Stop it. You're not a clipping layer. Release clipping mask. Okay, so here it is. Why? I need to get it in front of stuff. Here, why don't we just move it to the top of the pile? And because it doesn't want to go to the top of the pile. All right, there we go. Okay, there's our fence. Now we're going to take this fence and we're going to put it along this thing, and this is way too big. Okay, so let's shrink this down. Edit, free transform. Now I'm going to hold the Shift key down so I don't lose my proportions. Oh, and that is pretty special, and let's angle it a little bit. Hit enter. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, let's tweak it up before. I'm going to make copies of it and put it along here, but why don't we tweak it first before we... Oh, wait. Is that what we want to do? All right, let me think. Let me read my notes. Okay, so we made it smaller. We put it along the ground. We oriented it properly. Okay, let's copy it 3 times. That sounds like a special thing to do. Edit. We just want to copy this layer. I don't know why we can't do an edit copy, but that's okay. Let's do layer, duplicate layer, layer, duplicate layer, and one more time, layer, duplicate layer. Okay, so now we've got 4 of these all together. There's one. There's another one. Okay, and we want to like put these next to each other so they look like they've been done properly. Okay, let's oh crap. Make sure you can't just click on one of these, can you? You've got to click on the right layer. Alright, here is this one, except this one I need to turn this a little bit. So let's do Control T. We'll do the free transform thing. And it's going to look a little funny in here, but let's see if I can get away with it. Now I can't seem to move it right because it's trying to like position itself. So one way that I can move this thing carefully is I can just use the arrow key. So if I press the down, it'll move it just like, you know, a couple pixels down. Okay, that looks sort of right. And then here's another one. Let's take this one here. And clearly this needs to be transformed as well. Just move this over with the arrow key. That looks nice. And we seem to be short one. Well, let's get a 5th one then. Layer, duplicate layer. If you do it in 4, great. If you just need one more like I did, great. Okay, doesn't look quite right. Let's move it over a tiny bit. Oh, back up. Oh, okay. Now, clearly, this is too light and too bright and too happy for our fence. So we're going to modify this fence. Now, to make this a little easier, we're going to group this all together. You remember grouping? I select what I want. Now, I could control click each thing, or I can just do shift click, and I can click down here to layer 4, and now it's selected all those. And if you remember, this is probably the first week we learned about grouping. There's a button here. It's this one here. This says create a new group. That little folder. And there's our group. And we'll just call that fence. Isn't that nice? And that just puts all of our stuff together. See? Boom, boom. There it is. Excellent. Okay, now let's adjust this thing. And what's nice is instead of putting an adjustment on each fence, we can just put an adjustment on the group. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Let's think about this. Let's lower the brightness. So we're going to do layer, new adjustment layer, brightness. And we will, yep, it's a clipping mask. And let's lower the brightness a little bit, about -10. And let's crank the contrast up a little bit to 20. Okay. Gee, is that still too bright? Should I take the brightness down some more? Wow. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's bring the brightness down to like, I think I'll bring it down to 80. Bring it down to whatever works for you. I'm going to try 80. And then there's another little thing we can try that it's called exposure. And this kind of simulates a camera, exposing film in a camera. So let's go to layer, layer style. No, adjustment layer. And let's try this exposure thing. And what we can do is we can just take the exposure up a little bit. It kind of gives it an interesting look. So we'll just go up to like plus 0.5. All right, that's swell. Okay, so we're looking pretty good with our fence. Um, Next, we're going to throw in our grave house. So let's see where the grave house is. Why don't we place it? We'll go back to placing stuff. Let's do a file. And remember that a bunch of you guys don't listen to me when I talk. You're like, place? What's that, Mr. Ruthier? And I've only been placing this every single video. So we're going to do file, place embedded. And, oh, there's grave house right there. Boom. Great. Wow, it's so tiny. Let's make this a little bigger. Holding my shift key down, I'll increase the size of my little grave house. And we'll just pop it over here. That's okay, let's hit enter. I suppose that's a good size. Alright, except I don't like where it... What are these stupid things I've put on? I think these are guides. Here, let's take a look here. View. No, they're not guides. Golly, what are they? Alright, well, whatever they are. That's fine. Alright, so here's our gatehouse. I'm going to just move it a little bit here and there. It looks pretty good there. Nice little house. Finally, we will do one more little thing, I think. And we're going to, well, it's not exactly a little thing. It's kind of a big thing. We are going to throw a bunch of tombstones down the bottom right here. Tombstones. Oh, have you ever had the tombstone pizzas? They are pretty good. Sorry. Okay, let's open up the tombstones. File, open. That sounds like it could be a band too. The tombstones. Never mind. Sorry. Now, when you have one of these, this is kind of cool. You've got the front view of the tombstone with grass. You've got the front view with nothing, and then you've got kind of an angly view. So we can use any of these in our picture. And what you want to do with this is you just want to pick one out, select it, and copy it. So let's just use that happy little rectangular marquee tool. And this seems like a good victim. We'll grab this one. You see we selected it. And we'll just copy it. And let's paste it. Okay, let's move it. What are you doing up there? Come down here. And that looks cool. Yeah. That looks excellent. I don't know, it's kind of small. Maybe we should make it a tiny bit bigger. You do what you like. I'll do what I like here. We'll make this... Well, the ones that are like far forward make them larger, and then the ones that are a little bit further back will make them smaller and do the whole perspective thing. Okay, let's get back and let's grab another one. Oh, this one's... What happened? Holy smokes. Alright, let me hit escape. No, that's it. Let me just deselect. Alright. Oh, I got the move thing on. Haha. Let's get the select tool. Alright, that's better, Chuck. You know what you're doing now. Okay, let's paste this bad boy in. That's why I have the move tool on, because as I did that. Okay, and I put it further back. We shrink it a little bit. We can shrink it down just a tiny bit. Oh yeah, tombstones. I'm sorry. I just get very excited by this assignment. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just have general enthusiasm for this. Some of you guys are just doing really, really well. I'm super proud of you. I walk around and I see you guys working hard, and it's like, wow, that looks so cool what you guys are doing. So, yep, pretty proud. All right, so here's another one. and we'll put that forward. And so let's we should make that a little bit bigger because it's a little forward. Nice, nice. Okay, let's get another one. Oh, this looks like a good one. La 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 la. Let's paste that. And we'll put that in the back. And maybe we will. Yeah, let's shrink it a little. And well, how about another one? Let's take this little angly one and put this over there. Copy, paste, move, blah blah blah. Okay. I mean, we could put more in there. 5 is probably a good place to work from right now. Oh, look at all my little tombstones. Aren't they beautiful? Should I name them all? Tomb 5, Tomb 4, Tomb 3, Tomb 2. Man, I want to go out and catch Pokemon right now. But can't do that right now. I am working hard for you guys. All right, so there's a group of tombstones. Oh my God, why don't we group them? That's a brilliant idea, Chuck. Why don't you do that? Okay, good. I'm going to hold the control key down, and this time I'll just select each one. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to group them, and I got another group. And it's the Tombstones, our favorite band. And what should we do with those tombstones? Shall we tweak them up, or do they look good? I guess they look good. If you want to mess with them, feel free. If you don't, feel free not to. Okay, let's stop here. And this is a good place to stop. You guys have a nice long weekend, and I'll set you up with some more videos. And obviously, we're not going to finish this today. We'll finish this next week sometime. So, thank you for working hard. You guys are awesome. Bye bye.